Hello and welcome back to Dust, an Elysian tale, the Let's Play Blind with me, Rambler. Right then, I am trying out a new microphone for this video. I was going to start a new LP tonight, but I'm still trying to work out how best to use this microphone in terms of setup and nuances and all that sort of stuff. So you'll have to forgive me for if I sound a little different or a little off. I'm still practicing, and until I perfect it, I don't feel like I should start a new LP just yet. Not until I've got everything right. So it's not like I want to use Dust as a, sort of an experimental test, so to speak. But since I didn't do a Dust video yesterday, I thought it would be a good idea to do one today because of what happened last time with the plot, which was interesting with some good ideas, but overall I think some bits needed a bit more explaining. Maybe it needed to be a little more thought out, but other than that, I wasn't expecting it. It's got me interested. So it turns out that we were made from two souls, from someone called Cassius, who was, I believe, the person we saw at the beginning who looked like Dust, the warrior that was slaying everybody, and someone called Jin, who turns out to be Ginger's sister. That's wrong. Ginger's brother. That's right. Who apparently had a heart of purity and what have you, which I've sort of inserted with quotation marks there. And apparently what it is the Moonblood chief, I guess. I can't remember his name now, but he fused the two souls together when he found them from the life thread after finding their bodies, when he found out that they both killed each other in a conflict, and created Dust, essentially, from the two souls. So that Dust is a capable warrior that can stand up against many, just as Cassius was, but unlike Cassius, has a heart of purity and soul. I shouldn't say soul, but purity in quotation marks nonetheless. I think it was kindness, was what he said. Either way, that happened, and that's why Dust can't remember anything, because the Moonblood chief could have put the memories into Dust of both Cassius and Jin. But he decided not to, because he felt like the soul of Jin would have enough purity within it to be able to allow Dust to make pure choices. That is, that he would go out and help people and protect them and use his skills in his warrior-likeness, I guess, in order to protect and therefore protect the Moonbloods, which is what the Moonblood chief wanted in the first place, because General Gaius, the main bad guy of the game, is trying to exterminate them. So there you go. So yeah, quite interesting. And we did see Dust take off his hat. I didn't even know it was a hat. I thought it might have been a hat, but turns out it was a hat. And we got to see his actual face, which was quite good. I quite liked that. I liked his face. And I really hoped that Dust would actually take off his hat and keep his face out for us to see just for a little bit. But he's decided to keep it on, so fair enough. So there's that. So with that out of the way, we've now got to actually go and meet the Moonblood chief. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, speaking of which, meanwhile, thousands of miles away.
General Gaius?
What news, Commander?
I did not want to believe it, but Cassius is working with the Moonbloods. He has turned against us.
That will be for me to decide. Our paths will cross at the Moonblood camp. Of that I am certain.
But that would make sense, because you want to kill them all.
Is that wise?
Our victory is all but assured, Commander. We outnumber them 10 to 1. We possess superior technology. And we have the element of surprise.
You must always have that, even with technology and power.
He has already slain your own soldiers. What more proof do you need that he is a traitor to our cause?
Cassius is hardly a rogue element, Commander. The Moonbloods have corrupted his mind, forced him to commit these acts against us. Once I can speak with him, once he remembers who he really is, I'm certain he will return to us.
Yeah, about that.
Yes, sir. As you wish.
I agree with you, soldier. Your boss is a bit of an idiot. Well, not really, but...
my own friend. So long as you draw breath, I will do what I can to save your broken mind. I promise.
Well, that's interesting to note that he actually regards Cassius as a friend of his, when it was made out by the Moonblood chief that he was a heartless, soulless man with no friends. Could that be another plot twist coming up? Have we been told absolutely everything about Cassius accurately? Who knows? Either way, we need to go to Everdawn Basin, which we're going to do. I said we're going to do some side quest stuff. We are going to do some side quest stuff, just not now. But we will, don't worry. Well, this is an interesting and wonderful... Oh yeah, they're by a volcano, I forgot. Okay, fair enough. Don't tell me we have to fight our way to it. No. Thank God for that. There's that chief guy there on the bottom. I bet we do have to fight to it, don't we? Yeah, we have to fight to it. Oh boy. This is bad. Now, I have actually heard from an informed source that this part of the game is quite tough. And yeah, I'm not going to not believe them. Oh boy. Hello.
Halt! Who goes? Oh, it's you. Apologies, Mithrarin. Please, enter.
Oh, we actually are at the camp. Oh, we don't have to fight anything then. Is this like the village? Oh, that's alright then. Oh, thank Christ for that. I thought we actually had to fight something then. Where did all these dudes come from? They weren't here before. Where have you all come from?
We welcome your presence, Sen Mithrarin. Preparations for war are nearly complete.
Wait, what? Wait, we're going to... Wait, what? No, hang on. Whoa. I know you wanted us to stand up against General Gaius and all that, but... We're going to war now? Oh dear. Right, okay. Now this has actually reminded me. There's a bit in the video I need to do at the end of this video. I was going to do it at the beginning, but I completely forgot. We need to go back and do the conversation again with the chief about finding out about who we are, because there is either a glitch in the game or some sort of programming issue where if you don't ask questions in the right order, that is from top to bottom, it might only be on the last occasion, it could be throughout the entire game, I don't know, but if you don't ask the questions in order from top to bottom, you will actually miss out questions and therefore not get the full information about the story or information on the characters. For example, there was a question in the last video, at the end of the video, about Fuse and what was Fuse's background all about. I was going to ask that, but then I decided to ask about Ara instead, because I thought, well, actually I want to know about that first. Because the Fuse question was the top question and the Ara question was the third question, and I asked the third question first about Ara, the game assumed you didn't want to know about Fuse, so it skips over it and forces you along a conversational path whereby the questions you're left with just carry on, you know, to the next part of the game. It doesn't actually accommodate for the fact that you chose a different question in a different order. Which I am going to criticise, but I'm not going to tear the game to pieces because of it. It's something that can be addressed in a patch. Maybe the developer will, I don't know. I don't know how long this game's actually been out for. Maybe he can't. Maybe it's a part of coding that would require him to rewrite certain sections of the game again. I don't know. But the point being is that it is a criticism. That shouldn't be in the game at all. You should be allowed to ask the questions in whatever order you want. It's not necessarily important. People could argue, well, you know, you should really ask them from top to bottom. But I think having that little bit of freedom to ask them in the order you want, if you're invested in the story, that is essential. So, yeah, every small detail counts. Tiny little things, they all add up, you know. But again, you know, hopefully the developer has appreciated what's happened, and if he goes on to make other games, if he hasn't already, if he does something similar, he will accommodate for that questioning problem. So, we'll start from the top. So, is this all you have left?
Surely you have more soldiers than this.
General Gaius is nothing if not thorough. His forces have exterminated most Moonbloods from this land. We are all that's left.
Balls.
How do you expect to win with so few soldiers?
We cannot. That's why we created Sen Mithrarin. You, Dust, will turn the tide.
Well, no pressure or anything.
Yeah.
Again, I want to address the facts, and you'll have to help me out with this, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to. You don't have to. But for those of you who want to, or would like to leave a comment on this, has General Gaius got everybody under his control except for the Moonbloods? Or has he got everybody in control that he wants, and the only people left are the Moonbloods, to which he wants to get rid of? Or has he just taken over the main forces, the main sections of civilization, if you please, who have all the big armies and stuff like that? Has he taken over all of them so they all work for him, so that the Moonbloods can't ask for help? Because I still can't understand why the Moonbloods just can't go out and negotiate with people, different groups of people, and just try and get help. You know, if they haven't been able to do that because General Gaius has taken over everything, I could understand. I just wish the game would make that clearer. Or maybe the Moonbloods have tried to do that but failed, but they should make a point of that. Point being is that, are the Moonbloods really stuck for help? And if so, how? Why? You know, bit of clarification. Anyway, are we safe here? I mean, we're at the base of a volcano that's quite active, as we can tell from the background, so, Yeah, we're safe.
Does General Gaius know of this place?
I fear he does now.
What? How?
One of our own has been keeping an eye on you since your travels began. A merchant, Sereth.
Oh, the not-so-evil
That
merchant.
creepy merchant was one of you guys?
He hinted heavily
Blood
that
operates
he
so
was.
freely in the wildlands.
Because he's not so evil.
Man, deals in all the right places. Gaius' soldiers turn their gaze from him in exchange for free goods.
That's not smart business,
No
man.
amount
That's
of
just...
bribery could cover up that Sereth was helping you to find us.
That isn't smart. That's just please leave me alone and have free stuff.
How much
Anybody
time
can
do you
do
think
that.
we have to prepare?
Not long, I'm afraid. The whole purpose of Gaius' campaign is to wipe us from the face of this world. Once he knows of our final stronghold, he will send everything he has and destroy us.
I do hope the game, and I'm going to let the game tell me this, but I do hope the game explains to me why General Gaius wants to get rid of the Moonbloods. I hope it does. I'm going to assume it will do, because this seems like a critical plot point. Again, needs a bit of explaining. Why does he want to get rid of the Moonbloods? Unless that's already been mentioned. It might have been mentioned by Fuse and I've forgotten. In which case, if it has, I apologise. I need to go back and check it out. But so somebody remind me, if the game hasn't told me already. If it has, remind me. If it hasn't, don't. But why is it that Gaius wants to get rid of the Moonbloods? Why does he hate them? Just ask it. I might have completely forgotten. It might be the game's already told me. I just need reminding.
I see all sorts of lamps here, but no fire. Is this the way of the flame?
There's fire all around you,
It is,
Dust.
yes.
We are in a
In
volcano.
ancient times, the Moonbloods went by another name. We lived in a great society called the Sintuck, and we wielded the knowledge to follow the way of the flameless light.
Settle in, Dust. This could take a while.
No, please
We
explain.
Sintuck harnessed a power unlike any this world had ever seen. We built elaborate contraptions like these lamps, capable of piercing the darkness without so much as a spark.
Well, obviously something went wrong because we still have to build a fire every time Dust pulls out his map.
Unfortunately,
build a lighter
the
or
ancient
anything like that.
tomes do not say how the Sintuck fell, and that knowledge has been lost. Perhaps intentionally.
Or lazy
All we
writing.
know is that our kind were made as outcasts, and that has remained true for countless generations.
Oh, so this is
For
a
the longest
long-standing
I
problem.
believe the Moonbloods were the only ones left who know of the way of the flameless light. But we were wrong. When General Gaius began his purge, there were stories of their weapons. Stories of elaborate contraptions that seemed to defy the natural world. Weapons that sound identical to those of the Sintuck in the most ancient of tales.
What kinds of weapons are we talking about?
Could it be that
Arrows
one of the
made of light,
Sintac has betrayed
Machines
you?
that take to the sky like birds.
And we're supposed to fight these things with your lamps.
I did not say it would be easy.
Nobody ever does.
I did once. Remember?
Yeah, and you were wrong.
Okay, so the Moonbloods have been hated for a long time, for reasons unknown. It's not off to a good start, is it, game? I asked for an explanation, and you just go, "Oh, it's in a thing somewhere, but we've lost it, and maybe it was lost intentionally." Wink. Or maybe you just haven't come up with an explanation. Oh dear. I'm still going to give the game a chance, but that hasn't helped game. Please, by the end of this, have an explanation ready for me. I don't care if it's rubbish. I don't care if it's only one sentence. I don't care if it's one word. Because as long as I've got one, yes, I might criticise it, yes, I might nitpick it, but at least if I've got one, that's fine.
Well, I'm here now. Is there anything I can do to help?
We are spread rather thin. Our chief engineer, Sonjin, is having trouble with our camp's support systems. Go and speak with him when you can, and I'm sure he will explain further. There is also the matter of our scout, Kier. He has not checked in for many hours, but with our battle preparations, we have not been able to mobilize a proper search party. His patrol takes him east of our camp if you aim to find him.
So basically quests. Okay. I'll let the game give a chance. Remember, we still have to have the final showdown with Gaius, if there's one. So hopefully Gaius will tell us why he wants to kill the Moonbloods. Maybe he will. Most bad villains, or super bad villains. Is there ever such thing as a bad villain? Oh yeah, there is. There's a villain who's just bad, as in bad at his job or her job or whatever. But most super villains, or villains in general, always have an explanation as to why they are doing what they're doing. So maybe he will get one. Either way, Madam Ginger. Yes. Let's have a chat.
Ginger?
Jin? Oh, Dust. It's you.
Yeah, just me. Are you alright?
I'll be fine. Just a lot to think about.
Well, take care. No, Dust and Jin.
Listen, about Jin.
Yes?
What was he like?
He was very kind. Almost to a fault, really.
I like him already.
Yes, he had that effect on people. I like to believe it's what made you do all those wonderful things for Aurora and Mudpot.
Okay, now this is an interesting one. Okay, I'll give the game this. This is quite cool. Do I say that Jin had a hand in it, or do I follow my heart and say my choices are my own? Because I made a massive rant in the last video about how, you know, when it came to the question, what are you, Dust? Who are you? And it gave me the answer of I am Jin, I am Cassius, and I am Dust. So, based on all the information I'd gathered from the Elder of the Moonbloods, that is, the guy with the lampstick, I said I am Dust, because I don't have any memories of Jin, I don't have any memories of Cassius, and I was fused with those two souls to make a new one. So, theoretically, I am my own entity, my own intellect, my own intelligence. Yes, I have genetics and what have you that might influence my decisions, but I am my own being. Therefore, with this question, do I lie to her and say, I'm sure Jin had a hand in it? Or do I stick with my guns and say my choices are my own? It might be that this has absolutely no impact on the game whatsoever, but I like little things like this. Then again, I do overcomplicate the simplest of things and simplify the most complicated of things. It's a skill I have, a gift, curse, whatever you want to call it, a curse, I call it that. It's a combination of both. She seems happy. I'm gonna have to be a mean one here. Sorry.
The Elder said, I may share your brother's soul, but the choices I make are mine alone.
I'm sorry, Dust. I didn't mean to suggest.
No, I'm sorry. I can't imagine the grief you went through in Zeplik, thinking I might have been your brother.
You do have his eyes. His face. It's so strange. You could really be him.
The game's like, oh, so you decided to be an individual, did you? Well, maybe you've got a chance to repent, perhaps, maybe? Maybe you could actually go back to being a nice person again? You know, tell a lie and all that? No! Then again, this is an even deeper question. Because there's a possibility we could? I mean, you could argue that we are Jin without the memories and enhanced combat skills. You could argue that we are Cassius with a heart of gold. Or you could argue we are Dust. Sorry, Ginger, but I have to stick with my guns. It is impossible for me to be Jin. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Ginger, but I'm not.
It's okay, Dust. I know you aren't. But knowing that a piece of him is guiding you to help so many people, it makes me happy. I think it'd make Mom and Dad happy too.
I'm glad we were able to talk, Ginger.
Me too, Dust. Come back soon?
Of course. Goodbye for now.
Yeah, I'll come back, but I've only got eyes for Haley. Haley! Well, I liked that, but yes, what did you think? Did I say the right things? Do you think I was right? Do you think I was wrong with my argument there? Please let me know in the comment section if you want to get. You don't have to, but I'd be interested to know what you responded to Ginger with. I'd be curious. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer in that. It's too deep a question. You'd have to do a lot of quantum mechanics and philosophical arguments and general relativity. It's just too much maths, too much English arguments, foreign languages, religious studies. Oh god, my brain. Ow. Ow, help me.
Ah, you've arrived just in time, Mithrarin. My name is Sanjin. I'm what you'd call a chief engineer.
Oh yeah, I'll speak to you.
The Elder mentioned you needed some help?
Yes, indeed. In the caverns below, we've set up machinery to provide the camp with power and water. Unfortunately, seismic activity has shut down both systems, so we need to get them running once more.
Fair enough.
I have been rather preoccupied handling the battle preparations, so if you could, I would appreciate it if you went down there to examine the generators.
But of course, because I know everything about generator mechanics.
Thank you. You'll need to restart the generator and water pump when you're down there. We'll require both systems to be running if we're going to stand a chance against General Gaius.
Oh right, so perhaps they're not broken, it just requires us to press a button or something. I can do that, but not now. Not now. Now's not the time. We have other people to talk to. Are you bad guys? You are bad guys! Oh dear! Okay. Bad guys close to this camp is not a good thing, I take it. Oh. I like the area again. Love the graphics, by the way. Very pretty.
Did you hear something?
It was me. Sorry. Or lava? I didn't hear it. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I was too busy talking. Oh, I've missed something important. Okay, I heard something then. Okay, just. This isn't quite what I was expecting. I was expecting to speak to people. I mean, we did speak to people. But not people I thought we would. Ah, that's not good.
Missing sentry. What happened here?
Dust, look out!
What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, there's something over there. There's something on the left. Okay, we'll just wait here then. Okay, I can wait here. I mean, you know, she's asked me to look out. I am looking out, and so far nothing has struck. Huh. You want me to walk towards it, don't you, game? Fine. What is it? Oh, a phantom thing! An invisible thing! It's a predator! Oh my god! Well, I killed it, whatever it was. Oh no, we need a yellow stone thing. Well, that's a bit poopy. Alright, well... Oh, hello! Crikey. Didn't expect to see you. Oh! Wow, I didn't expect to see you. Of course not, you're an invisible predator. Alright. Kind of cool. I like this, but obviously we can't see them too well. They do have a silhouette though, and they do, for some reason, exhibit electricity, which is quite interesting. Not quite sure what's two of them down here. No, there's three. So far, not really putting up much of a fight. Kind of relying on their invisibility to do the job for them. Oh, there, stabbed me then. I got some defense. We're all good. We're all good. Alright. Yeah, he's dead. Or she. I think it's a he. Sounded like a he. Is someone still alive? No. Nope, we got them all. Oh no, no. Now we got them all. Alright, okay, so ninja stealth people. Predator snakes. Solid predator snakes. Oh my god. My mind has been blown. But these are the real threats. These weird, strange lava moist things. I don't know what they are. Lice, maybe? Well, we better go and report to the Elder, I think, to finish off this video. What has happened to the sentry? I think you might want to know.
Elder, I'm afraid I have bad news. We found Kier, but he was ambushed by Gaius' soldiers. He didn't stand a chance.
This is a shame, because we kind
It has
of
already
wiped them out
begun.
rather easily.
Dust, we are nearly out of time. Please, help Sunjin get our camp support systems working once again. Without them, we will stand little chance of mounting an effective defense.
Fair enough, fair enough. Right, well, we'll do that next time, because we have run out of time. So hopefully this has gone alright in terms of this recording with the new microphone I've got. So let me know what you think it sounds like. I've done a bit of tweaking already, but if it sounds a bit too tinny or it sounds a bit odd, just let us know and I'll see what I can do to edit it. But okay, so right. Also, let me know if we decide to carry on with the story from this point, whether we can actually go back and do side quests, or whether it would be a good idea to stop with the story now and go off and do side quests. That is, we go back to all the previous areas we've been to so far and explore them to the nth degree with our new powers. And of course read the notes and have a look at these other side quest areas. If that's what we should do, let me know before we carry on. If we can do them after this main story bit, and you'd like me to do the main story bit first, then again, let me know. That'd be great. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope the game also explains why General Gaius wants to take out the Moonbloods. I haven't forgotten that game, so I will be watching you with a sharp eye and a magnifying glass and a monocle and a microscope and other stuff. But until then, please take it easy, have a good one, and I hope to see you in the next video.